Hi guys, I'm Nicholas Woolwork, CEO of Redbrick and PropertyForum.com. I'm here on site today. We've been looking at rebar issues down on the floor, been wandering around the site, been playing on some diggers in the background. You might be able to check that out on another video. Unfortunately, I wasn't allowed to drive them, which sucks. But today I want to just quickly talk to you about landscaping design and external design. Now we're out here, big car park to fill up. Look, we've got more than enough parking actually on site. And we've actually got a building that has got a bit of a slab wall down the side. It's not particularly attractive, I'm not going to lie to you. As an office to residential conversion, you don't really want to live in like something like this as a residential conversion. So, you know, we're having to look at lots of mitigating factors, and ultimately I want to talk through a few of you with my crew over here as we do so. So guys, I think what's really important to understand is that you can fix anything, right? You can kind of look at a building like this and go, my God, that's a god-awful, massive slab office building. We're not going to buy that. Well, you know what? We bought it and it's blooming cheap. We've got a cracking deal on it. We've got cracking end values on this site. It's in a cracking area, really high value area. We've got beautiful amenities around it. We've got other developers developing across the street. I don't know if you can swing round. Don't do them any marketing though, by the way, guys. They're probably competitors. But as you can see, there's huge hoarding gone up. There's 300 houses being built across the road. Couldn't be a better location. We're right on the edge of an office park with entrance right off the road. So you'd never know there was a few other offices at the back, completely hidden. And I'm going to spin you around. Sorry, guys, camera guys don't like me spinning everyone around. The whole tree-lined, massive mature trees all around the edge of the site there as well. So yeah, we can mitigate a lot of the facts that it's on the edge of a business park and that it looks like an office. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be wrapping this building. Have you ever seen a building wrap before? I doubt it. It's hopefully a first in commercial to resi conversions that I'm aware of, but let me know if you've seen anyone else do it. I'd like to hear their experiences and understand how they dealt with it. So this grey slab in the middle is particularly ugly. And there's a lot of blue in the building. Now, as much as I love blue, you wouldn't normally design a residential building with blue windows. We're stuck with most of the windows, but actually, as you can see, the actual window frames themselves are black. This will all be polished up and made to look nice. We're planting along, and there's actually planting already along half of the barrier there, at the front half of the building. We're going to plant along this bottom half to kind of obscure the bottom half of this building, to soften it up as well. So this pavement area is going to be a nice bed with raised beds and lots of lovely plants and stuff up to window level. And then from there up to the next window level, that grey slab is going to be wrapped. And we're toying with a few solutions, one of which is a kind of wood cladding effect. Now, to clad this whole building, all 30,000 square metres of it all the way round, would cost an absolute fortune and would be totally unviable. However, wrapping has that effect. It's got up to 10-year guarantees, weatherproof, UV resistant, cheaper than painting. So actually, for the cost of doing that and the effect, it's going to be really exciting. Now, there are going to be new entrances designed to this building as well. Let me take you over here. At the moment, we've got just an old fire escape door that exists, but this is being knocked out to create a bigger entrance and exit. So we've got an east entrance and a west entrance going on either side of the building, as well as the main entrance out the front. And this will have a canopy, and we're going to probably clad in real wood around the sort of structure of that canopy. So when you come in, the look and feel and touch is real wood, but then that extends down the slab of the building as a wrapping to have the same effect. And actually, who's going to be climbing up the side of the building and touching it to really see that it is a wrap? So we're hoping the effect of that's going to look really stunning. What's more, it's cheaper than painting it. It'll keep the maintenance of the building very low and really improve the visual impact. Another thing that we're doing down this building, because it is one big slab, again, we're building in this flower bed, we're going to be building some, for simplicity's sake, I'll call them lollipop trees. Sometimes you'd call them, I think, pleated trees is another effect, where you get the stem of the tree goes up, and we'll have the stem, quite mature trees we'll plant up to about this level, and then the trees at the top. And those will be planted every sort of 5 to 10 meters to break up this space. So when you're sort of looking at it from the side, the slab will be broken up by mature trees all the way down, and little areas that break out a bit like this. I mean, obviously these weeds are not particularly nice at the moment. We've got a bit of hawthorn in there, but so that'll be planted up beautifully and just kind of break up the office one slab. You know, no one really designed this with visual impact in mind. Certainly never envisaged it would be used for a residential apartment. So if you imagine 20, 30 years ago when this was built, I think it was built in the 80s actually, so about 30 odd years ago, no one would have envisaged that this would eventually become a residential block of apartments. We're going to turn it into something lovely. hopefully, as I've been talking, we're going to be scanning over a few incidentals I'm going to send to the chaps to cut in, and you can see some of the ideas that we've got and a bit more visual impact for the client here. And the architects help design these things to create something quite exciting. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the actual building itself. In terms of landscaping, we've got these little garden areas. We've got more than enough parking here. I think we've got about 85 car parking spaces with only 44 flats. Now, I've got two tips there. Firstly, if you're selling these units, give them all one parking space for free, but hold back half the parking. That way, if you want to upsell them, or you need a reason to close someone on the sale, you can chuck in another parking space, or you can sell it on for another 10 grand. They're worth 10 grand each. So ultimately, if it's a solid market, which it really is at the moment, you'd be able to add a bit of extra value to your site by selling your additional car parking spaces. If you didn't manage to sell them, you can let them back either to tenants for a cheaper monthly rate, or you can let them to other local residents, communities, people that need parking, people on the business park further away that might need extra parking. Now, the other tip is landscaping. These little areas over here, which you can see are already here as an office, we're essentially going to be enlarging these and making little walled gardens. Well, actually fenced gardens with nice decorative fencing. Again, we'll ping this up on camera as I'm talking. Now, these will be almost like miniature courtyard gardens dotted around the block in some of the parking. By the way, once we've done all of those, I think there's 3 going in, we're still left with 85 parking spaces, so that's incredible value. And these will be a little bit private. You go into a little entrance here, there'll be a nice big tree in the middle with it planting internally and maybe benches around it. It's a nice smoking area, it's a nice area to go and hang out, and you've got some lovely valuable outdoor space. Ordinarily in my sites, I probably wouldn't have done that. I'd have stuck with the parking and maximised the income from the parking. These days, post-COVID, I think it's important to give that extra outdoor space, give some extra amenities for the residents. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this little segment on the video today, a couple of tips and tricks on how you turn what is a fairly ugly commercial building and hopefully into something far more attractive and stunning and saleable. If you've liked what you've seen, if you want to follow the journey of this, if you want to see the finished product at the end, we're going to do lots of videos throughout the year as this project progresses. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. You can follow the journey further as we go along. I've been Nicholas Warwick. Look forward to seeing you on a video very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.